Wikiceleb presents the fascinating history of Newfoundland and Labrador, an intriguing journey from the dawn of time to the present day. Our story begins in the easternmost province of Canada, where the sun first kisses the North American continent good morning. This is Newfoundland and Labrador, a land of rugged beauty and resilient people. Let's take a step back, way back, to the prehistoric era. Long before the Europeans set sail in search of new lands, this region was home to the first indigenous inhabitants. The maritime archaic people who lived here some 7,000 years ago left behind a rich tapestry of culture and history that continues to intrigue archaeologists and historians to this day. Over the centuries, other indigenous groups, including the Beothuk, the Mi'kmaq, and the Innu, have also called this land home, each group leaving its unique imprint on the landscape and the culture of Newfoundland and Labrador. And then, there's L'Anse aux Meadows. This archaeological marvel on the northernmost tip of Newfoundland takes us back to the time of the Vikings. Yes, the Vikings. Around the year 1000, Norse explorers from Greenland and Iceland landed here, leaving behind an archaeological site that stands as the only confirmed Norse settlement in North America. So, you see, the history of Newfoundland and Labrador is not just about the people who live here now. It's also about the people who lived here thousands of years ago. The ones who braved the harsh winters and the rugged landscape, the ones who built communities, and the ones who left behind clues for us to piece together their stories. As we delve deeper, we will discover how this land was shaped by its inhabitants and their fascinating stories. The story of Newfoundland and Labrador takes a turn with the arrival of European explorers. A pivotal moment in history, the year 1497 saw the advent of the Italian explorer John Cabot, who sailed under the English flag. It was Cabot's voyage that marked the beginning of European interest in this part of the New World. Cabot's initial expedition was driven by the search for a new trade route to Asia. However, upon reaching the shores of Newfoundland, he found something equally compelling: an abundance of fish. The waters off Newfoundland were teeming with cod, a resource that was highly prized in Europe. This discovery signaled the start of regular fishing expeditions from Europe, with fishermen from England, France, Spain, and Portugal, making the long journey across the Atlantic to reap the riches of this newfound fishing ground. As the years passed, these seasonal fishing expeditions gradually evolved into more permanent settlements. The first of these was established by the English in 1610 at Cupid's on the Avalon Peninsula, and it marked the beginning of European colonization in Newfoundland. This was closely followed by the French, who set up their first permanent settlement at Plaisance, now known as Placentia, in 1662. But the arrival of the Europeans was not just about exploration and the establishment of settlements. It also marked the beginning of a new chapter in the lives of the indigenous people who had been living in Newfoundland and Labrador for thousands of years. The Beothuk, the Mi'kmaq, the Innu, and the Inuit all faced significant changes, challenges, and often conflict with these newcomers. This was just the beginning of a long and complex relationship between the newcomers and the indigenous population. The following centuries were filled with struggles and negotiations as these two worlds collided and intertwined, shaping the Newfoundland and Labrador that we know today. As the European powers grew, so did their interest in Newfoundland and Labrador. As we delve into the 17th century, we see a fierce struggle for control over this valuable region. Two major European powers, England and France, found themselves locked in a battle for supremacy. The vast resources of Newfoundland and Labrador were too tempting to ignore. The rich fishing grounds were a lucrative prospect, and the strategic location made it a prized possession for both powers. The struggle between England and France was a reflection of the broader geopolitical conflicts of the time. It was a chess game played across the Atlantic, with Newfoundland and Labrador as one of the key pawns. This struggle led to a series of conflicts known as the Anglo-French Wars, a testament to the intensity of their rivalry. But what was the turning point, you ask? Well, it was the Treaty of Utrecht in 1713. This treaty, among its many provisions, gave Britain control over Newfoundland and Labrador. It was a significant victory for the British, marking the end of French ambitions in the region. However, the Treaty of Utrecht was not just about territorial control. It also allowed the French to retain certain fishing rights on the French shore. This was a concession that would lead to further disputes and negotiations in the centuries to come. But for the time being, the British were in the driver's seat. The British control over Newfoundland and Labrador was not just about exploiting the region's resources. It was also about asserting their dominance in the New World. This control allowed them to establish a strong foothold in North America, shaping the future of the region in profound ways. In the end, the struggle for control was not just about who held the reins of power. It was about the destiny of Newfoundland and Labrador, about the lives of its people, and about the direction it would take in the unfolding tapestry of history. The British control marked a new era for Newfoundland and Labrador. Under British rule, Newfoundland and Labrador underwent significant changes. This period was marked by a curious blend of growth and challenges, shaping the province into what it is today. The British rule brought with it the expansion of the fishing industry. The fish, particularly cod, had been the lifeblood of the region, drawing settlers from Europe for centuries. But under the British, the industry was revolutionized. They introduced new techniques and expanded the market, exporting the bounty of the sea to the far corners of the British Empire. The fishing industry became the backbone of the economy, sustaining communities and driving growth. Meanwhile, St. John's was established as the capital of Newfoundland and Labrador. The city developed into a bustling hub, with the British investing heavily in infrastructure and public services. The harbor was expanded and fortified, schools were built, and the city's first newspaper was published. St. John's became a beacon of progress under British rule, its skyline forever changed by the construction of iconic structures like the Cabot Tower on Signal Hill. But the era of British rule wasn't just about economic growth and urban development. It was also a time of profound social change. The population grew, and with it, a newfound sense of identity and community. The people of Newfoundland and Labrador began to see themselves not just as subjects of a distant empire, but as a distinct society with its own culture and traditions. However, this period also brought challenges. The reliance on the fishing industry made the economy vulnerable to fluctuations in fish stocks and global markets. And while the British brought development, they also brought inequality and social unrest. The wealth created by the fishing industry and trade was concentrated in the hands of a few, leading to tensions that would shape the region's future. The British rule was a time of growth, but it was also a time of challenges. It was a period that would leave an indelible mark on Newfoundland and Labrador, shaping its economy, its society, and its identity. By the mid-19th century, the people of Newfoundland and Labrador were ready for change. The desire for self-government was growing, fueled by political, economic, and social factors. The winds of change were blowing, and the seeds of autonomy were sown. The push for self-government was not an overnight endeavor. It was a gradual, painstaking process that required determination, courage, and vision. The people of Newfoundland and Labrador were eager to shape their own destiny, to steer their own course. In 1855, after years of advocacy and negotiations, Newfoundland and Labrador were granted responsible government. This meant that the local legislature, elected by the people, would have control over domestic affairs. It was a significant step towards self-governance, a testament to the resilience and tenacity of the people. Several key figures emerged during this movement, individuals who championed the cause of self-government and helped steer Newfoundland and Labrador toward this goal. Philip Francis Little, a lawyer and politician, played a crucial role in this movement. He was a fierce advocate for the rights and interests of Newfoundland and Labrador, and his efforts were instrumental in securing responsible government. Another key figure was John Kent, a politician and merchant, who was a strong proponent of responsible government. He believed in the potential of Newfoundland and Labrador, and he fought tirelessly for their right to self-governance. The push for self-government was not without its challenges. There were obstacles to overcome, opposition to quell, but the people of Newfoundland and Labrador were resolute. They persevered, driven by their desire for autonomy, their aspiration for self-determination. The journey towards self-government marked a significant milestone in the history of Newfoundland and Labrador. It was a pivotal moment, a turning point that set the stage for the future. This journey was a testament to the spirit and resolve of the people, a testament to their unwavering belief in their right to self-governance. The World Wars brought significant changes to Newfoundland and Labrador. As the waves of conflict washed over the globe, this corner of North America was not left untouched. The strategic position of Newfoundland and Labrador played a pivotal role in the two world wars, serving as a crucial link between North America and Europe. In the First World War, our province was still a dominion of the British Empire, and so it was automatically drawn into the conflict. Newfoundlanders and Labradorians served with distinction in the Royal Navy and the Newfoundland Regiment, the Blue Puttees. The Battle of the Somme in 1916, where the Newfoundland Regiment suffered heavy casualties, is a somber chapter that still resonates deeply in our collective memory. The Second World War brought a different set of challenges and opportunities. With the fall of France in 1940, Newfoundland and Labrador's strategic importance skyrocketed. The province served as a crucial base for the Royal Air Force and the United States Army Air Forces, providing a launching point for transatlantic convoys and flights. These wars had profound economic impacts. The First World War left the Dominion in massive debt, leading to a financial crisis in the 20s and 30s. The Second World War, however, stimulated the economy, leading to the construction of airfields, military bases, and infrastructure. This wartime spending helped pull Newfoundland and Labrador out of the economic depression and laid the groundwork for future growth. But the changes were not just economic. The presence of foreign soldiers and the exposure to external influences ignited a social transformation. Women entered the workforce in larger numbers, contributing to the war effort and breaking down traditional gender roles. The shared sacrifices and experiences of the wars also fostered a sense of collective identity and unity. The World Wars left an indelible mark on Newfoundland and Labrador's history. They changed our economic trajectory, influenced our social norms, and helped shape our identity. The echoes of these conflicts continue to reverberate in the province's history and culture. Post-war Newfoundland and Labrador faced a pivotal choice. Emerging from the shadow of the two world wars, the region found itself at a crossroads, wrestling with economic struggles and political debates that would shape its future. In the aftermath of the wars, Newfoundland and Labrador grappled with crippling debt and economic instability. The high cost of the war effort, coupled with the collapse of the saltfish industry, left the region in a precarious financial state. It was a time of hardship, a time when the future seemed uncertain. Amidst this economic turmoil, the idea of confederation began to take root. The notion of becoming a part of Canada was seen by some as a lifeline, a chance to stabilize the economy and secure a brighter future. But not everyone was convinced. The debates over confederation were heated and divisive, reflecting the deep-seated fears and hopes of a people on the brink of change. The question of confederation was eventually put to a vote in a series of referendums held in 1948. The first vote, held in June, saw a narrow victory for those opposing confederation. But by July, the tide had turned. In a historic second vote, a slim majority of Newfoundlanders and Labradorians chose to become the 10th province of Canada. The journey to confederation was a complex and contentious one, marked by passionate debates and fierce resistance. But when the final votes were counted on March 31, 1949, Newfoundland and Labrador officially became a part of Canada. The decision to join Canada was not an easy one. It was a choice born out of necessity, a choice that reflected the desire for stability and progress in the face of economic hardship. But it was also a choice that signaled a willingness to embrace change, to look towards the future with hope and optimism. The decision to join Canada opened a new chapter in the history of Newfoundland and Labrador. It was a decision that would forever alter the course of the region's history, shaping its destiny in ways that continue to resonate today. Today, Newfoundland and Labrador is a vibrant part of Canada with a rich history. The beauty of this place is more than just the breathtaking landscapes. It's in the pulse of the cities, the rhythm of the communities, and the spirit of its people. The province's economic landscape has evolved over the years. Traditionally, Newfoundland and Labrador's economy was driven by the fishing industry. But today, the province has diversified its economic portfolio. The mining industry has become a significant player, with iron ore, nickel, and copper drawing international attention. Oil production, too, has become a major part of the economy. The Hibernia, Terra Nova, and White Rose oil fields have invigorated the province's offshore oil industry, creating jobs and boosting the local economy. Newfoundland and Labrador has also made strides in technology and innovation, with a burgeoning tech industry that's attracting talent from across the globe. The province's commitment to renewable energy has led to the development of Muskrat Falls, one of the largest untapped hydroelectric resources in North America. Yet, amidst this modernization and development, Newfoundland and Labrador has not lost sight of its roots. The preservation of cultural heritage is paramount. The province's rich history is reflected in its architecture, its music, its festivals, and most importantly, its people. From the vibrant art scene in St. John-S to the annual Mummers Festival and the historic sites of Liance-Eau Meadows and Signal Hill, the province's culture and heritage are celebrated and cherished. The people of Newfoundland and Labrador carry their history with them, not as a burden, but as a badge of honor. They are a testament to their past, a vibrant part of their present, and an integral part of their future. The spirit of resilience and adaptability, which has seen them through centuries of change, continues to be a driving force in the province's evolution. Newfoundland and Labrador's past shapes its present and will continue to influence its future. The province stands as a testament to the power of resilience and the enduring strength of community. We've journeyed through time, exploring the intriguing history of Newfoundland and Labrador. From its earliest beginnings, this land has been a testament to resilience and transformation. Let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've discovered in our exploration. We started at the dawn of Newfoundland and Labrador, delving into its prehistoric past, where indigenous people thrived in harmony with the land. The arrival of the Europeans marked a pivotal moment in history, introducing a new era of exploration and discovery. In the struggle for control, we witnessed the power dynamics shift between the indigenous people, the French, and the English. We observed the era of British rule, a time that brought significant changes to the social, economic, and political fabric of the region. The push for self-government was a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. Their desire for autonomy and self-determination led to the establishment of responsible government. The two world wars had a profound impact on Newfoundland and Labrador, shaping its political landscape and leaving a lasting legacy. We delved into the road to Confederation, a journey marked by debates, referendums, and ultimately, the decision to join the Canadian Confederation. In our exploration of Newfoundland and Labrador today, we saw a vibrant province steeped in history yet continually evolving. Its unique culture, breathtaking landscapes, and the warmth of its people make it a place like no other. Our journey has shown us the resilience and adaptability of Newfoundland and Labrador. It has weathered storms, navigated complex political landscapes, and emerged stronger with each challenge. As we conclude, remember that every corner of Newfoundland and Labrador tells a story, a testament to its rich and enduring history. This land and its people are a living, breathing chronicle of times gone by and a beacon of promise for the future. Keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep the spirit of Newfoundland and Labrador alive in your heart.